Okay, so a lot of you are going to be shocked that you're going to get this basic math problem wrong. The only rule here is no calculators, and the problem is 2 times, or 2 parentheses, 2 plus 30 divided by 2 times 3, and parentheses, what is the answer? Well, if you can figure this out, again, no calculators, go ahead and put your answer into the comment section. I'll show you the correct answer in just 1 second. Then, of course, I'm going to solve this problem step by step. And I'm going to be highlighting a very common error that people make in basic mathematics. And if you're going to get this problem wrong, it's most likely because of this particular error. So you definitely want to stick around to see the rest of the video. But before we get started, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is John, and I have been teaching middle and high school math for decades. And it really is my true passion to try to make learning math as easy as possible. So if you need assistance in mathematics, check out my math help program at tcmathacademy.com. You can find a link to that in the description below. And if this video helps you out, or if you just enjoy this content, make sure to like and subscribe, as that definitely helps me out. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the answer, but really I'm going to give you two answers here. One is the correct answer, and the other is probably the most common wrong answer. So somebody is going to get the happy face and someone's going to get the sad face. So let's go ahead and see who is going to get the happy face. So if you answered with 14, unfortunately that is incorrect. The correct answer is 94. And the most common wrong answer is probably 14. And if you answered with another number, well, you definitely need to watch the rest of this video. This is not that difficult, and don't feel bad if you got 14 as your answer, because that indicates that you did most of the work correctly, but you made a very common error. And oftentimes, this is not really, in my opinion, stressed well enough in a lot of math courses and math textbooks. So let's go ahead and get started on seeing what we need to do here. And again, if you got this right, that is fantastic. You are clearly a certified professional expert in the area of basic math. And here we are dealing with a basic math problem, right? We're not doing any algebra here, no trigonometry or calculus. What we have is simply just basic number operations. So we have some numbers here, and assuming that you know how to add, divide, and multiply numbers, we should be able to handle this problem. But the real issue here is answering this question, and that is, what do we do first? Because we can do this problem in different orders, right? So, for example, we could say, well, you know what? I feel like adding. Let me go ahead and add first, and then I'll divide next, and then multiply next. Well, if you do that, you're going to come up with one answer, and that answer will be different if you say, well, you know what? I think I'll multiply, then I'll add, and then maybe I'll multiply again. So order makes a difference. And really, most people are going to get this problem wrong because they took the wrong order. So the question is, well, okay, fine. What do we do first? What is the correct order to do these operations? Now, in mathematics, we have these things like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and even powers. But these things right here are what we call mathematical operators. So what we need to understand is something called the order of operations. In other words, when we have addition, division, multiplication, parentheses, powers, hey, what do we do first? What is the correct order? Well, luckily, we have a great little checklist that we can use to figure this out. And that checklist is the following. It is what we call PEMDAS. Now, this is a very common phrase, and this is an acronym. So these letters stand for something. But this is really our checklist that will give us the correct order of operations to follow. Okay, and if we don't follow the correct order, we will end up doing this problem wrong. Okay, so let's go ahead and review what this means. And basically, this is a checklist, and we need to follow this thing from left to right. Now, there is a few exceptions, so let me go ahead and explain this right now. Okay, so the first letter here is P. That stands for parentheses. So these are parentheses. These are also considered parentheses, but really these are brackets. And also we have these kind of squiggly brackets, but the P really stands for grouping symbols. So if we see grouping symbols, and of course in this problem here, we have parentheses, we need to do what's inside of those parentheses first. Okay, so that's what the P stands for. Now, just a quick other comment on the parentheses. If you have a problem with multiple parentheses, let's say brackets like this, and you had some parentheses on the inside, you would do the innermost parentheses first, finish up the math inside of those parentheses, and then keep expanding outwards. Okay, so that is what P stands for. Now, E stands for exponents, but really you could think of that as power. So if I have 2 to the third power, this 3 up here, this is called the exponent part of the power, and this big 2 down there is called the base. The entire thing is what we call a power. So E is going to be powers. So if we have powers, we're going to do those, but in our particular problem, we have no powers. Okay, so now let's get to what I believe is the most common place where students make mistakes with the order of operations. And a lot of people understand this. They're like, yes, yes, Mr. YouTube Math Man, I know what PEMDAS is. I know what the order of operations is. And I followed this and I still got the problem wrong. So you are wrong, Mr. YouTube Math Man. I did this right because I went multiplication, then division, addition, and subtraction. Well, here is where students go wrong, where people typically go wrong, and it's right here. So M and D, now notice I'm circling M and D and not just M. So you might be saying, well, listen, isn't this a checklist that's going from left to right? Well, indeed it is, but at this point, matter of fact, let's just go ahead and tell you what M, D, A, and S stand for. This is multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So it would make sense that we're like, okay, well, we have this checklist. So next would be multiplication. We're going to do all the multiplication, and then once all the multiplication's done, we'll move on to division, and then once all the division's done, we'll move on to addition and subtraction, etc., etc. And that's logical. However, that is incorrect. And so this is where a lot of students make mistakes, or a lot of people confuse this. So here is how it works. So after we do parentheses and then powers, these two for sure you have to do in this order. What we're going to do is multiplication or division. It's whatever we see first from left to right. So in other words, if we have multiplication and division this way, we will do multiplication and then division because we see multiplication first from left to right. But if we have division, then multiplication, we're going to do it this way because we see division first from left to right. Okay, and this is, again, a very commonly confused part of the order of operations, and addition and subtraction work the same way. You want to look at them as a group. Okay, so now that we understand that, a lot of you might be saying, oh, okay, I know where I made my error, and I'll show you how this problem, how a lot of you, if you got the problem, if you got the answer 14, how you got that. Of course, that's wrong. But now let's go ahead and do this problem now that we understand the order of operations PEMDAS. Okay, so first things first, matter of fact, let me go ahead and write our little PEMDAS up here again. And if you are new to the order of operations, don't feel shy about just writing this little PEMDAS on your piece of paper and just kind of think of it again as a checklist. So first things first, we're going to go, okay, P, do I have parentheses? Indeed, we have parentheses. So that means we need to do all the math inside of the parentheses before we do anything else. Okay, so E, do we have any powers? Well, I'm scanning through here. Nope, I don't have any powers. So what we need to do is take a look at the operations we have. So we have multiplication, we have division, and we have some addition. So now we need to go ahead and look at the M and D and ask ourselves, okay, we have multiplication and division. What do I see first from left to right? I have division first. So we're going to do the D first, and a lot of people will have done the M first because they're literally going from left to right. Again, a super common error, but easy to fix. But let's go ahead and do this problem correctly. So we're going to do division first, and now let's go ahead and actually get into this problem. So 30 divided by 2, of course, is 15. So now I have 2 times this number 2 outside of the parenthesis. This means multiplication. So we have 2 plus 15 times 3. So we have addition and multiplication. Obviously, multiplication will trump addition. So we're going to do 15 times 3. And of course, 15 times 3 is 45. but we're not done yet inside of the parentheses, so we have to continue on. Even though we have addition here, this is multiplication, we still have to finish up what's inside of the parentheses. So 2 plus 45 is going to be 2 plus 45 is 47. So then finally, once we are done, there's nothing more to do inside of the parentheses. Then we can start dealing with the numbers outside of the parentheses, and all we're left with is 2 times 47, which of course is 94. Okay, so this is how we get to the correct answer. So let's go ahead and take the next step and do this problem incorrectly by making that most common error by doing multiplication first instead of division. It's very easy to confuse. So let's go ahead and do that. And of course, I'm talking about you subscribing to my YouTube channel. I wouldn't stop this lovely math video if I didn't need your support. Okay, it's critical that I get people to subscribe to my channel, not for my personal goals per se. Yes, indeed, I would be lying to you if I said, oh, yeah, I don't love to see new subscribers. I do because I see every subscriber as almost like a new student to my virtual classroom. But really, the value here is that YouTube says, you know what, this guy might be doing something right, and they push out my content to people that could benefit from my math instruction. I really want to share everything that I've learned from decades and decades of being a math teacher and studying mathematics to help people. The only way I could do that is to get continued support on YouTube. And if you're going to subscribe, go ahead and hit that notification bell as well. So thank you very much, and now let's go ahead and do this problem incorrectly. Okay, now if you did this problem this way, do not feel bad because you did a lot of work right. You just got the wrong order. Okay, and again, I've been teaching math and grading math for decades, and so many students, even algebra students, even college students, make this error. So it's a very common error, and hopefully you will remember not to make this mistake. So let's go ahead and take a look at PEMDAS, right? So let's say you're like, oh, yes, I know I have to follow the order of operations here. Okay, P, I'm going to work inside parentheses. There's no powers. So M, oh, I'm going to go ahead and do multiplication first. So here's multiplication. So let's go ahead and do 2 times 3. Okay, so let's go to do 2 times 3. So of course, 2 times 3 is 6. So that leaves us with 2 times 2 plus 30 divided by 6. And all this makes sense. 30 divided by 6, I mean, these numbers are working out nicely. So 30 divided by 6, of course, we're going to do division before multiplication, and we're still inside of the parentheses. So 30 divided by 6 is 5. So we're like, okay, 2 plus 5, that is, I'm still working inside parentheses here. So 2 plus 5 is 7, and then 2 times 7 is 14. And everything seems nice and lovely because the numbers work out. And by the way, this is by design. You see, math teachers are sneaky. They're going to give you a problem like this. And for example, let's suppose you were taking a final exam or something or multiple choice test. You're going to see these answers here like 14, 94. You'll see some other crazy answers, but don't be too, you have to be very cautious when you're taking exams because even though you see your answer, you're like, oh, look, I see my answer. I did it right. I'm going to select my answer on my test. Well, that answer is a very common wrong answer. So you don't want to get overly confident if you recognize your answer in terms of a multiple choice question because oftentimes they will trick you into, making these mistakes. So you just got to know your stuff. And when it comes to the order of operations, the best way to improve is to practice, practice, practice. So let me give you a few suggestions here if you really want to improve in basic mathematics. First of all, I have a ton of additional videos on my YouTube channel that can help you out. Take advantage of those. But if you really want to learn basic mathematics or relearn math, I have two great options for you. So the first is my Math Foundations course. It's a little mini kind of basic math boot camp. It's 3 chapters, self-paced course, goes over all this kind of order of operations, but really basic arithmetic, all the stuff that we forgot because most of us have been out of school for many, many years. So you can find a link to that in the description below. But if you want to take it a step further and maybe relearn all the algebra and geometry and maybe trigonometry and probability and statistics that you maybe once learned, back in school, or maybe you never learned it, check out my new course. It's called a Math Skills Rebuilder course. In that course, I also cover basic math. Okay, so it's the same as the Math Foundations course. However, in that particular course, I continue on and teach you a ton of algebra, geometry, probability statistics, basic trigonometry, and of course, that's for those of you that really want to kind of get back into math or maybe learn math as a hobby. Okay, so with all that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.